up, everybody? My name is Commander. Welcome back to another episode of Art Survival Evolved. This is another simple solutions video, although I don't know how simple this one is depending on who you are. What you see behind me is the Sarco, and we're going to use this Sarco today. We're going to use it to hunt squids. You might be thinking, you're crazy, but let me show you something. What I wanted to show you was that you can pull your crossbow out on the Sarco. Now you might be like, big whoop, you can do that on a lot of dinos. You can pull a weapon out. Name one sea creature. There's not any, actually, unless you're talking about on the back of a platform saddle when you're floating above it, but that's not really riding the dino then, because then you have to remount. So, yeah. Something to acknowledge about the Sarco is that it's actually faster than anything under the water by default. You don't have to pump any stats in it, it automatically comes out faster, although a bred one would even be better due to the increased speed. At this point we found our target, but unfortunately now we do have to no longer rely on our speed, but our ability to fight in order to remove the enemies around the area, because trying to hit the Tuso from a long range is going to be very, very difficult. The only two enemies that really mean anything down here are sharks and eels. Everything else is going to either stay on the bottom or will never be a threat to you at all while you're down here. Now you can use the crossbow if you like and run circles around your enemies and shoot them at range. This works really well for the eels, and honestly I highly suggest it. But if you do get caught and are unable to move, or you cannot hit the eels for some reason before they have shot you and now you're stunned, you're still able to pull out the crossbow, or you can pull out the sword and use the sword to swing at the enemies at close range. You could also use a pike with a really good melee. That wouldn't be a bad idea as well. Given the situation, I highly suggest bringing the best Sarco saddle you have, as well as the best crossbow you might have, and maybe even a better melee weapon as well. Bringing standard equipment down here is just going to make this a much more longer and tedious effort than it needs to be. It is going to be slightly difficult shooting the Tuso, because he does like to move, and he moves erratically and changes direction. The best thing you can do is just attempt to lead it, and this wise, just maybe bring about 150 arrows, if not more, down when you come down to engage the Tuso. And generally hunt for lower level Tusos, but any Tuso will work. It's just they all carry about the same number of pearls, so it doesn't matter which ones you're actually going for. Generally, while doing this, the biggest fear is getting grabbed. Well, unfortunately for the Tuso, he follows the same rules as the Pleasy and the Moza. They will not surface above a certain point, which allows you to use that to your advantage to keep above him and keep him from ever actually grabbing hold of you. If you get too close, he may still grab you, but as long as you stay far enough away, you're not going to get grabbed. And how you can avoid getting too close in the engagement is using the crossbow. You can stay above him, or even sometimes stay above the line in order to avoid the Tuso. You will have to pursue the Tuso once you have injured it enough, and fortunately for you at this point, the Tuso really will not try to grab you at this point. It is still possible to get grabbed if it does turn around and actually grab you, but he's already in a weakened state, and provided your Sarco has enough health, you should be able to survive. But for the most part, you shouldn't get grabbed, and you should be able to just pursue him at this point and just stay on him. Well, you could use the harpoon gun underwater. There is also one other alternative to the crossbow, and that is the tech rifle. I chose the crossbow because it was much cheaper and more cost effective in the end, as it doesn't use your element. You do need to be careful when using the tech rifle though. The tech rifle's rounds have explosive damage. If anything gets too close and causes those explosions to happen nearby you, you could possibly damage your suit and lose your air tank, which then therefore will force you to surface and may even prevent you from continuing your mission. Alright guys, that's it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I know I did. I haven't got to hunt a squid like that in a long time, so it was pretty fun. And new experience in a way, because I didn't have to deal with the eels last time. But I hope you all enjoyed it. Hope you learned a new way in order to attack the squid, maybe take it on. But y'all take care, and I'll catch you next time.